Okay, Shannon, looking at a rental you're doing, just wanted to say don't put your initials in this reason renter would sway. Do it at the very end. Very good. It looks very good. So that's just a little tiny minor thing. So first rental looks great. I'm in your first inspection and just want to say that it's looking good. The only thing is you need to paste the full repairs in here, and this one just had a little tiny thing just said a spring clean, so I'm going to put that in here. But if it was no repairs at all, you'd just go through for each one and copy paste no repairs. So this looks great. The key thing with these is just to make sure every single one of these is checked with a yes or no. So very good job, and I'll move to your next one. Okay, I'm in your third one, 68 Devonshire, and everything looks great. Really good job. The only one thing I see with this is there's no repairs, but you took a different value for your as-is suggested list price. So I'm just going to come in here and change it to what your repaired list price is because there's no repairs. But you did that over here. I think you just made a data entry area over here. But everything else looks great. Good job. Okay, I'm in your rental for 591 Mountain Oaks, and once again, everything looks great. Just one tiny thing, you forgot to plug in square footage. Sometimes it doesn't get filled in, so just train your eyes to go through and plug in where you see blanks. Other than that, very good job. Okay, I'm looking at your 575 Wind Meadow, and none of the address is imported. So we will definitely have to fix that. But since no address is imported, the distances didn't either. So that will definitely have to be corrected. Again, the comparables for the actives didn't get the addresses either. So I'm going to go in and fix that. Your pricing looks good. It just needs the addresses and the distances. Okay, Shannon, I'm in your rental at 985 Brandystone, and looks as if your rental prices are not bracketing. Here we have $975 and $1075. And then here we have $950 and $800. Okay, so you would only be able to price this rental at $925 to $950 to keep it in between both the leased and the active rentals. So we're just going to change that rent price and submit it. Other than that, it looked good. Okay, I'm in your next BPO at 985 Brandon Lane. It looks like, again, your addresses didn't come in. So when you see this, you need to re-import it and make sure those addresses plugged in. That's very important. Also, since the address isn't in there, the distance didn't calculate. So I'll have to fix that. Other than that, the first page looks good. On the same form, I'm looking down at property tax, and one was blank here, so I'm just going to estimate here. Other than that, everything looks great. Go ahead and submit this one. Making sure. Okay, very good. And here we have some blanks on your next rental form for 174 Ivydale. And also the price doesn't bracket at all, so let's re-look at what happened here. Should be $12.75 because that's your price has to bracket in between the solds or the leased and the rented. So with this being your lowest rented, you'd want to make sure that that was your rental value. Okay, I'm looking at 174 Ivydale Road. So far everything looks great, but I do notice you didn't fill out the range of values in the neighborhood. Or the days. Okay. 60 to 66, that's kind of a small bracket. Let's see if it works out for you. Everything else looks good. So you got 60 to 66 on the first page, or 61.5 to 67. Okay, and then over here, everything looks good. No blanks, no large square footages, very good. Just correct that for the comments. Okay, and this didn't bracket because you didn't give yourself a high enough value for your comparables. So I'm going to ask you to go back and find some better comparables for this and re-import it and redo this one. What you're looking for always is to make sure you're going to have a value that's going to fall in between your solds and your actives. So for example, if you found a comp that was 70 grand, you could have used a bracket of 61.5 to 67, but having your highest 65 at your on your actives and your lowest at 61.5 on your solds means there is a negative bracket. And I think it's very great that you saw that and you stopped, so I'm really excited about that. But let's see if you can redo this one and see if you can come up with a better bracket and price it, and I'll look at it when you're done. But very good job on noticing that there was a problem. Okay, I'm here into your 1363 Silvergate. Looking at this, great job. You entered all the repairs. Just check next to the ones that you enter. This is his repair template, just saying missing, needs yard maintenance, and missing wash and dryer, 4 or 5 bedroom clean, new paint and carpet. So great job writing down the repairs. And let's see. Okay, great. You deducted your basement. And then you did the repairs correctly. You took your as-is, you took your repaired value. Okay, very, very, very good. Good job. And here we are in your inspection for the same property, and it looks great. You've got your comments here. You've checked everything. Nothing's missing a check. Comments are repeated. Just looks really good. Good job. Alright, Shannon, this is just a little side note here. I see you've done your inspection perfectly. You get to the back and the person forgot to upload the photos. And that is not your problem, but if you do want to go ahead and submit your order, At that point, you would either notify me, because we know there was photos in the other BPO. So we know there's photos out there. We just need to get them in the form and get them submitted. So you can either email me, or you can pull up the QC tab, or wherever the BPO is. If it's still active, you can pull up the active BPO. Search the address, and you see where the BPO is. You can click this icon, the picture icon. It'll send it to a zip folder, and it's sending you every single picture that's in that BPO. And then you can open it. Right click and say extract all, and then it's going to send those pictures to a folder in your downloads, and you can actually just upload it into the form if you want to just go ahead and get it submitted. Once again, that's not your responsibility, but I just like to show everybody little tricks as we go along to try to become more efficient and work quicker. So that was just a side note. Okay, I'm in your next your next rental on West Rosie. I'm seeing something really tiny here, but it makes a big difference. There's actually one missing out of your data entry, so I'm going to just correct that and move it along. Okay, everything looks good. 1,500 to 1,100. And then 1150 to 1500, you price it at 1450, so that looks good. One thing is, again, the distance, the lot size here is not correct, so I'm just going to make that correction and submit that form. Alright, I'm looking at your last order, 5161 Madison and Mableton. Everything looks good so far, but I do notice there's some distance blanks, so I'm just filling in that right now. Just making sure nothing pops in and stays blank on the form. So as you do this, you'll learn to graze through with your eyes and catch these blanks. Washer and dryer, $800. Repairs, okay. And see the distance populated there. Okay. We didn't make adjustments here. Let's go through and do that. We're adding value to the comparables because the subject has more, so we're going to add values to make that similar. Okay. Coming on down here, make sure that didn't change your bracket, and it did not. Yes, it did. Changing. Okay. All right, great job.